Welcome to the OTOP series, and it stands for One Target, One Purpose. On every Monday morning, 9 a.m. Singapore time or Hong Kong time, we're going to share with you one very potential counter that could come from all over the world, any exchanges around the world. Alright, it could be a stock market, it could be FX, or it could be ETF, it could be a futures product, it could be anything. So stay tuned with us. Monday morning, 9 a.m. Log on to us, subscribe, and I shall be back. Hi everyone out there, do you still remember what is the meaning of OTOP? Alright, and it stands for One Target, One Purpose. That's correct. On every Monday morning, 9 a.m. Singapore time, Hong Kong time or Beijing time, we are here to share with you one very interesting counter or instrument for the week that could be anything like stock market, or it could be a futures instrument or FX. So stay tuned with us. Again, we are back here today for OTOP 96, alright, OTOP 96, and this is for the week 6th of June, year 2022, and 6th of June, June 6th, alright, in Chinese we call the 六六大顺, okay, 六六大顺, it means everything smooth, prosperous, and things are going just exactly the way you want it. Alright, stay tuned. So for this OTOP 96, we have again one interesting counter to share with you, and yet, wait, hold on, I believe and I hope that last week, for those people who have followed our OTOP 95, you would have put some money in your pocket, right? Okay, let's start off by revising what happened on last Friday closing as usual. Alright, the US market on last Friday, Dow Jones was down 348 points, right? Well, okay, and triple indexes were all going down, and S&P 500 lost 68 points. Nasdaq, wow, Nasdaq lost 304 points. So what happened? Alright, what happened? Alright, that's because last Friday the non-farm payroll in the US market, well, released the data that the payroll for May, alright, rose 390,000 new jobs. Okay, better and more than expected than the forecast, and it is because of this figure that actually, well, worried the traders and the market investors that the inflation may continue to step into the market. Alright, so when the inflation continues to enlarge and goes talking, well, and what we are going to expect next is on the coming mid-June, 15-16 will be another FOMC meeting. Alright, so with quick and rising payrolls in the US, traders are expecting another rate hike that will come in mid-June. That actually, well, triggered a fear on Friday, and that's exactly the reason why the three indexes were being sold off before the market closed. Alright, so let's take a look by crossing over to the oil price. WTI crude were higher. Basically, well, there's a shortage of oil production in the world due to the Ukraine war. Alright, so WTI crude prices went back up to $120 per barrel upon closing. Alright, so we foresee that crude prices will still be going up, and gold prices also recovered on Friday. Alright, although upon closing it came down $17, as you can see here. Earlier it went up to about 1870, alright, about 1870, and the closing price was at $1,853 per ounce. Alright, on this news itself, if we look at this very interesting news, crypto firms say thousands of digital currencies will collapse compared market to early .com days. Well, that's true. We also feel that the cryptos are now going to the high risk territory. So for those in crypto market, you are holding a lot of crypto assets, be a bit careful and try to shave off some of your holdings, or same as stocks as well, because the next rate hike in coming mid-June could possibly, right, putting all the asset prices lower. Lower. Alright, so after this short revision, let's take a look quickly at last week OTOP 95, that we already predicted that the crude oil prices would rise. Alright, that's why we actually introduced 2 times the Bloomberg ETF last week that tracks the WTI crude prices. Alright, and this is an ETF counter called the UCO. Remember? All right, go and watch our 95. All right, if we look at this, it's a day chart here, as you can see. Well, on the last week, all the 5 days, the market have been going up. If you have listened to us and follow our instruction, going along at about $46, $47, you would have made some profit because the closing price on Friday was $52 per unit. All right, it's a 2 times ETF. And in fact, if you're holding this, we strongly encourage you to continue to hold it. All right, hold it because more rooms will come. All right, it's going to break up on this high. And well, I remember last week we mentioned that there's a big chance of market going up to $55 or $60 for this UCO ETF. And right, most likely, I think this week, while the crude prices continue to escalate, UCO is still a good bet, so hold on to it. All right, so this week, OTOP 96 for 6 June year 2022. What are we going to talk about? Well, first of all, if you're already holding to UCO, holding the crude oil, I think that's a good hope. But gold prices could be going for the small correction plus silver, and the stock prices, the stock indexes like Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq could be also moving down. So what is going to be happening on this week? Really things are hard, and there are not much good counters after we have spent a couple hours looking through our file. But then we want to introduce a very light-hearted instrument that you may want to take a look and try, because it moves, all right, on somehow a correlation to energy price. And what's that? Stay tuned. Now I'm going to show you. Well, go to Hong Kong stocks, take a look at 0769. We mentioned about this more than a year ago. All right, this is a China Red Earth Holdings. It is a small company, but the debt is very low. In fact, I think almost zero debt. And Red Earth is a raw material used to construct the lithium-ion batteries. All right, so well, I think it's not too expensive. Don't put all your eggs in a basket. But as I mentioned earlier, it's a very light-hearted instrument. But you don't have many things to bet on this week except holding on to your crude oil. But if you have some small little budget, take a look at this. Why? Because I think on the short term, this 0769 Hong Kong is a potential stock to recover and move up. The base and the bottom have been seen for many months. All right, many months here near to the bottom at about 57 cents Hong Kong dollars 57 cents. And most importantly, if we look at the day chart, all right, there's a crossing of EMA 4 and 20. All right, and the market has been pretty positive. All right, turning back to a 4-hour time scale, we also see, well, honestly, there isn't much reason why we want to reject this stock. All right, as I mentioned, over the short term, at this current, well, 60 to 61 cents, there's a big potential to go up easily back to about 70 or 75 cents. So on the short term, I think, well, it's worth taking a look. And the budget is small, it won't cost you too much money, and the risk is very manageable because it's close to the bottom here. All right, so this week for OTOP 66, 66大顺. All right, for the week 6 June year 2022, take a look at 769, which is the China Rare Earth Holdings listed in Hong Kong, and we wish you good luck. Always stay tuned with us, and don't forget, DW World Equity Time on every Monday morning, 9 a.m. is right here again sharing with you. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.